Hello everyone, goblinmaxxer here, and just a small bit of news today. I did some terraforming, as you can see, around my base. That Enderman's just gone. And I made some more progress on Longhouse, and I'm very excited to continue today. I've been working on this sort of water, like this is gonna be the big, massive aquifer for like at least some of the rivers. I'm planning on having this other sort of river be the dried up one, and then this one is the one supplying water, and it's gonna go into that cave over there. So that's the big plan for today. How I'm actually going to accomplish that, I'm not exactly sure. But man, I have some reservations about how this water works. First off, I want to go over here just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about real quick. And then I want to show you. I don't think this looks very good. It looks good with shaders, but if I turn shaders off real quick, which, by the way, I did want to make a video on these shaders, but once again, I did not record the audio. So here's what it looks like without shaders. Do you notice how flat this is and how awful it looks? That's because the water maneuvers itself in a very interesting way that makes it very not conducive to looking good. I think for this one actually, what I'd want to do is maybe like just have the sands sort of extend down here and then the sand extend down here as well. I don't want it to be 3 wide all the way down because I think that looks not good whatsoever. And I think that needs to change. Now, of course, instead of doing all of this, I could just add, I don't even know, like desert foliage. What would I even... No, that wouldn't work too well. I don't have sand. I gotta get more sand. Let's see. Which part of the world are we going to absolutely just scar in order to get more sand? For now, I've basically been digging in between the spikes to get more sand, which, I mean, it certainly has worked, but it's a strategy I feel that won't be effective, especially once I've already dug all the holes and stuff. So I did do something, if you can read this, it's a mustard, which is a reference to K. Dot Funnies. Uh, I find their tweets humorous about Kendrick Lamar and mustard. But I also think using social media and getting addicted to social media is just a really bad idea in general. Which sucks because in order to like make posts on social media and not be completely out of the loop to actually know what to post about in order to get any sort of traction, you have to be online, like terminally, which means you're using social media, and it sucks. It really does. But at the same time, I mean, it does have its perks, Whenever you smoke cigarettes, you get that, little buzz. It's the same for social media. So the thing is, it's not terrible. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you still use it. And it's like, yeah, because it's not the short-term effects of using social media that are bad. It's the long term. Like, I really feel that. Like, when I get back into social media, it feels awesome. It feels amazing. It's like, oh, wow, why have I not been doing this all the time? And then I use it for one day, and then I use it 2 days, and I use it a week. And at the end of that week, it's not starting to feel as good. And I'm like, huh, I wonder why. And then I use it for 2 weeks and three and a month. And then I'm like, this is a problem. And this has made me a worse person overall. Not like fundamentally, like it hasn't changed like my character, but it has altered my personality like in a way such that, it just well, I suppose, yeah, it does make me a worse person. Just not like on like a core level. It's impacting my view of the world such that I say and do things that Had I not been exposed to social media, I really wouldn't say or do. And yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem because if I'm not myself, then who am I? Then what's the point? And what's the point? What am I doing? Let's see. What are we? Speaking of what are we doing? What exactly are we doing here in terms of digging this out? I think yeah, we definitely could just go around here. You know what I'm thinking? We could dig out this entire section and have this text be raised so it's more prominent and therefore more humorous. I do still like cracking jokes. Like I understand like I don't really have to do it as much. And to be honest, I think that that was sort of in response to like that geez, what was it? That thumbnail that thumbnail with the yellow on orange background and the pregnant smoking Squidward. Like I understand that was a bit much. Uh, it was really a thought that just appeared in my head, and also I had like insane like artist block where I was just like, man, I don't know what to draw, and I really don't know what to draw, so I just that image popped into my head, and I was like, you know what, that's just morbidly awful enough such that I might follow through with it, and I did, kind of. There's a lot of missing details on the drawing. For example, Squidward's neck is brown, like the rest of the color of his t-shirt, and so is the entire background. I just didn't close the lines in the shirt, and I was like, you know what? This actually, looks suitable as a background because, the shirt and the background are separated by the shirt outline. So I just kept it. And I used it in the thumbnail and the yellow on orange background. I have this weird sort of obsession. Actually, I don't think it's a weird obsession. I think it's a completely normal obsession with this the design work of this dog food brand called Gentle Giants. It is, if you haven't seen it before, which I doubt you have, you need to look it up. It is some of the craziest, like the craziest design you will ever see on a product, like ever. And it's dog food. It's dog food. How the design it's basically the following. Imagine just like like in PowerPoint presentations where, like people will put text in like those like rounded corner rectangles and if they're really inexperienced, they'll use like different fonts and different sorts of effects. Like I'd imagine old people probably do this the most. So basically me, but I mean like older people that just have no regard for the cohesion, the visual cohesion of a piece uh of like there's like they don't really have a good sense of what the theme should be, and they just put like random fonts, random colors, random stuff. That's essentially the packaging of Gentle Giant's dog food, and it's weird in that in having all that chaos, it sort of has its own theme. And its own theme is that it's absolutely just insane. It's absolutely insane. It's really funny. It's really funny. I've tried to like get a solid like piece of I really want to like just frame it or in my house. Uh One funny thing I've done before is when I need new shoe inserts because my foot was killing me. Uh I actually got the Gentle Giants bag art printed onto my insoles because it was like they're 3D printed like custom insoles, and there's an option to upload like a custom PNG, custom JPEG. So I uploaded that one, and then when I got them, I was ecstatic because they looked absolutely ridiculous because it's the Gentle Giants bag art, which is just inherently absolutely it's absolute madness. And But I want to get back to the thumbnail. Yeah, I did reference, that sort of style a bit in my thumbnail. Of course, nowhere near to the same extent, mostly because I was just lazy and put that much text and that much detail into, that just in general is very difficult, because you need a lot of effort, you need to put a lot of effort into it. And like I said earlier, it does sort of still harp on some sort of theme. Uh, but I made a slight reference to it, and I tried to instill some element of, graphic design into the thumbnail by adding, instead of just putting the rectangular image of pregnant Squidward on the right, aligned with the other rectangle's edges, I aligned it to sort of the inside of the edges, assuming like some sort of line thickness around the rectangle. And so basically, like, imagine if the rounded part of the rectangle was like a frame around like a normal rectangle. I aligned those like invisible edges of the non-existent frame to the rest of the stuff. And in the end, I was really proud of it. The view impression was like 2.3%, which is for me okay. For me okay. Uh the best I've had is like 4, and that was when I made that like baby gassed oven video. That one just did really well. And honestly, it is a bit demoralizing because it's like, I've been drawing my thumbnails for the longest time, and for it to just come out as, like, oh, I put all this effort into drawing thumbnails, and I think I'm doing really good. And it turns out, like, some of those drawn thumbnails that took me the longest are actually, the least clicked through, least viewed videos. It does sort of make me a bit sad. It does sort of make me a bit sad because I'm like, because I'd like to think I'm better than I am, right? I'd like to, believe that, oh man, by putting in all this extra effort, it is gonna pay off. It is gonna pay off immediately. But the thing is, it really hasn't. And I don't know when it is. I think, well, here's the thing. I did have one drawn thumbnail that did do particularly well, and that was my Skywars thumbnail. But that one was extremely simple. That one was extremely simple. It was like my Minecraft character. It was like drawn like the android mascot just standing there. And there was a bomb dropping down from the sky, and a little question mark because my little character was like, "Well, how did that get there?" And that one did really well. But the thing is, it wasn't even like I don't even think that was a drawing that I spent too long on. It was actually just oh dang. Yeah, we got a lot of sand. We need to start using this, which is good because, I can use this sand. I can use it like literally everywhere right now. I'm building big walls. You better believe it. But honestly, for the next thumbnails, I am just gonna try to keep it simple, if not just, completely uh if not just use Minecraft screenshots, because I mean, as much as I do want to, like, have that sort of confidence that, yeah, I can draw good looking thumbnails, like it's just really apparent that sometimes you just really need to, go for, what's good looking rather than, like pouring a lot of effort and love into thumbnail. Why am I saying effort and love like I actually like? Oh, yeah, I suppose. But that's not really, as good of an idea as just, creating a good-looking thumbnail. Now, I'm not going to completely go off the rails and be like, oh, my efforts aren't going to be recognized. I'm going to make a bunch of Mr. Beast thumbnails. Nor am I saying, like, I'm going to, like, make bad, soulless thumbnails now. It's just, I've had a lot of success in the past with a lot less, resource-intensive methods of creating thumbnails. And I think I'm going to continue that, because that seems like the best option forward. But I mean, I've been talking a lot. Perhaps I could do like a time lapse of me building these walls. If I have anything to talk about, I will. But yeah, I'm just gonna enable my auto clicker.
and I'm gonna auto-click. Let's see, how is this ending up? Oh, doesn't really matter anyways. Let's see, so this is, oh yeah, no, this is supposed to be open, but that's whatever for now. Now I'll just go around the outside here. Let's see, where does it keep going? It's going down here. Pretty well. Fine. Yeah, so definitely a bit more over here. Then, yeah. I'm just manually clicking. Like a pleb. Like a person. Of course you do hard manual labor. Oh, there's an event on the server, later today. It's like a pixel art event or something. Personally, I think I might hop on to like do something. Well, if I'm even available, I might just straight up not be available for that event, unfortunately. But if I am able to, get on and do something, I'm probably just gonna do something really small for now because I mean, it's really like it draws heavy inspiration from r/place. The big canvas for redditors that they draw on and stuff. And it's really just like as you can imagine at the beginning, the canvas is empty and there's a lot of claiming spots, and eventually, there's a lot of competition and such. So, oh no, where's my ball, dude? What is it? No, I guess I just didn't have enough like materials to build all the way over here or something. Because yeah, that's very interesting. I don't think I'd have that problem. Okay, let's just head over here, finish off. Boom. So basically, I was gonna go with the boundary here. I have this sort of looping thing, and it's gonna go over. We can have like a sort of dam here. I'm still debating whether to make it out of sandstone or wood. Honestly, I think wood would make the most sense. Sandstone is a dam material. I don't. That's ridiculous. I'm really sorry to say, it's just not a good idea. I mean, now that we finished like a barrier, now that we finished the barrier of the thing, I think it's a good time to call it an episode. If you enjoyed this sand placing tutorial, please like and subscribe. But yeah, this has been goblinmaxxer. See ya. Say goodbye to Camel actually. Hi Camel. Okay, you walked away. I'm sad.